Hello, welcome back to the world. My name is Beast. Today we're back with normal works, as you can see. I won't be uploading the finale for Hinata-Route, just in case YouTube decides to be a cunt again. This is for the people who aren't following along with the other videos that are coming up, namely the Hinata-Route videos. Since that's like the first one where I could actually mention that, since the Real Joker one I actually couldn't mention it. Since, you know, after I finished good old IS's route, that's when my channel was banned from uploading for a week. So, basically, I've uploaded it on my Patreon, so if you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out there. Again, I'm sorry about this. I just don't want to risk it. Because better just have one video on another platform than, you know, actually you can even download it on the Patreon website, so you don't even have to watch it on Patreon. You can literally just download it, just watch it on your phone while out and about or something. You don't even need the internet then. So I guess in a way that's an advantage. Anyways, today we'll be starting with the last route we have left before Akari's. So let's go ahead and you can actually see. There we go. Now you can see the mouse. Let's go ahead and I'll teach you. Understand? I don't have high expectations though. It isn't as if studying is my forte. Now then, would lunch break in the cafeteria be okay? Is there a problem with that? Mean you don't like the flavor? Could it be a coincidence? Truly is hard to open a notebook in that atmosphere, now that I think about it. Shall we go to the cafe then? They have things like sandwiches there, so I don't think it'll damage your stomach. Dot dot dot. I believe it's an institution designed to give practice to the students and the staff. If you say that, it's probably normal food. It's good then. What's the matter? Ah, it seems they use caviar. Wasn't that reaction a little too quick? I bet the caviar hasn't even reached your stomach. Definitely. That's not it. What is it about being fed somebody else's food? Is that an indirect guess or something? But I shouldn't worry about it, right? Seems like Mihiro doesn't care at all. I'm hesitating a little though, but I feel like I would also be losing if I were to have a taste. Huh. Is it really okay? Is it really okay to eat it? Thump thump. Okay then. Here I go. Yeah, the balance of saltiness is good. It's tasty. Well, leaving that aside, let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Wait, what? Which subject would you like me to teach? For now, do we have a problem with modern Japanese? If it is, isn't as if the it isn't as if the subject material changes much between grades.
はい、そうですね。古語も基本は暗記ですからいいとして。やっぱり午後の特別授業について教えてください。
No.
ブー！嘘つき！
That's not it. That's the first time I've taken those special classes too, so I'm not knowledgeable enough to teach someone else. I'm serious about this.
それなら仕方ないです。
If you want to be taught that, I think you should go to a different person. Like Nagamitsu, for example. She has excellent grades.
なるほど。それじゃあ、今度は長光さんに頼ってみます。でも、今日は金本くんがお願いしますね。
I'm okay with that, but what should I teach you?
じゃあ、数学で。
If it's math, I guess.
本当？やった！それじゃあ、ここ！
Let's see, differential equation fx. Like this?
わからないんだから、基本もへったくれもないです。
That may be so, but, well, fine. For now, let's go with this kind of problem. I write down the answer in the notebook.
ふむ。で、
What?
ここは、どうして 3x 事乗になってるんです？
Huh? Oh, this, how do I say it? It's hard to explain.
忘れたんですか？
Nah, it is virtually just calculation, so it's complicated to prove the formula and derive that stuff.
さ
And
っ
stuff.
ぱり意味がわからないです。
For the time being, if you remember something like this, this isn't working.
ダメなんですか？
If the basics are neglected, it will just look like a mess in the end. However you learn, it's best to learn from the beginning. We should be looking into the long term.
そりゃそうだけど、面倒じゃないです？
This late, it doesn't matter. And it's also good for me to review, so don't worry about it.
そうですか？それなら、お言葉に甘えちゃおっかな。
Now then, I'll explain from the beginning. It might take some time, though.
平気、よろしくお願いします。
Can I borrow your textbook? As you might expect, I can't explain it without a textbook.
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Hiccups. Okay, let's start with the basic formula. What is it? After looking around restlessly for some reason, Kunihiro brings her mouth close to my ear.
先輩って意外と真面目ですよね。
Is that a compliment?
いえ、ただの感想。あと、ありがとうございますっていう感謝の気持ちです。さあ、それじゃあ改めてご指導よろしくお願いします、金本くん。
And let's begin. Could you not stare at me so much? I can't calm down.
こうして見ると、まるで偽物みたい。いつもと違って優しいし。
This time isn't a compliment, right? You're calling me shoddy.
全然。さ、ちょっとやっちゃいましょう。
Well, okay then. I took it as a polite expression of gratitude at first, but this girl's staring has me embarrassed. While not allowing my reddened face to be exposed, I proceed with studying. Dot.
今日も皆さん、お疲れ様です。
Oh, actually, I'm just gonna talk about this again, since I talked about it at the start of the Hinata-Route finale. I went through the teacher route, and I was sorely disappointed. Like, really disappointed. Jared, I think it was here. Because it was basically just all for the sake of one sex scene, really. And like they don't even end up going out. They don't even fucking end up going out. Go listen, apparently. What are you guys discussing?
お、いいとこに来たね、シュリ君。今から買い物に行こうって話になってるんだけどさ。先輩じゃないや、金本くんにも話すんですか？やっぱり男の子の意見が重要じゃない？ということで、シュリ君は可愛いのとエロいの、どっちが好み？
Again, what are you discussing?
今から下着を買いに行くっていう話。
But anyway, don't ask a male such as myself about that.
いやいや、女の子としてはやっぱり男の子の好みを知ることも重要だからさ。
Even so.
昔からメイドさんに手を出してたくせに、見慣れたもんっしょ。
Please stop spreading that misleading information.
真っ赤になっちゃって、本当にシュリ君は純情ウブだな。詐欺ですよ。ん？どういう意味？別に何でもない。とにかく、金本くんも困ってるから質問はなしで。それよりほら、早く買い物行こう。絶対男の子の意見を聞いた方がいいと思うんだけどな。
Even without my advice, I'm sure all will be fine with you there, Sanjo. Don't you aspire to become a designer?
もちろん、アドバイスはするよ。けど、私も所詮は女子だし、やっぱり男の意見っしょ。
No, Sanjo's there. You'll have the input of a middle-aged man. But why underwear all of a sudden?
ほら、前にシュリ君が覗き事件を起こした時があったでしょ？
I didn't cause it.
痴漢事件？
The name doesn't matter. It was an accident.
細かいことを気にするね。まあいいや。あの時約束してたっしょ？下着をプレゼントするって。
Ah, that's correct.
僕は別にいいんですけど、どうしてもプレゼントしたいって言ってくれるから。
Probably just wants to put you in underwear.
だってさ、更衣室を使うようにはなったけど、未だに下着を隠しながら着替えてるんだよ。
That's so?
だって、見れば見るほど自分のが子供っぽいなって。あ、そうだ！
Making a face that says she has a good idea, Sanjo moves around Kunito's back and... Okay, there's actually like already censorship in place in the form of the text box. Or not. Let's just move it here. Her plate skirt flutters in the air. Under it, her white, healthy, slender legs. Rather than a voluptuous sort of mood, her thighs are of a refreshing seductiveness. What refreshing seductiveness? What refreshing seductiveness means? I don't even know. Leaving that aside, as you follow along her thighs, there's a thin cloth. Konito's butt, shrouded in the pale blue striped panties and stretched artistically, looks pleasantly soft.
今日はストライプか。
I see. Really is childish underwear. If I learned that somebody like Minamoto were to wear this underwear, it would be quite surprising. But Konito, isn't this expected? Or rather, I would say is that something like this suits her. It's entirely passable. いや、本日の下着を確認しとこうかと思って。別に確認しなくていいのに、仮に確認するにしても、お店に行ってからにしてよごめん。こうしたら恥ずかしさも吹っ切れるかと思って。So you make the embarrassment worse. That's your fucking plan? Are you retarded? トラウマになるよ。見られた。先輩に見られた。また見られちゃった。シュリ君なら一度見てるだろうから、もういいかなと思って。よくないです。そんなことあるわけないですよ。下着なんて露出度は水着と大差ないと思うんだけどな。まあ、下着の方がデザインが凝ってて可愛いけどね。Huh, that was an unexpected thing to say. I'll probably apologize to Kuniro, but it isn't my fault. It sounds like an act of God. 僕はもう行くからね。ありゃりゃ、怒っちゃった。Well, she had no reason not to be mad. そう言いながらも、しっかり見てたくせに。That isn't. It was Kuniro, and she was my kohai. I did see it. I am a male. More importantly, don't you have to hurry? She'll leave you behind. おっと、そうだ。それじゃお先に。またね。Goodbye. Don't have to worry. Yes, and Tsukiyama might be waiting.
おはようございます、藤島さん。
Unfortunately, I must decline. Here, I do believe tiny is the right answer. I'm not sure about ones that are too large. That was it. Impact. Just fucking delete my head. That's so worse. Let's study together. Okay, I don't mind.
Yahoo! Yatta!
I don't have much room to spare either, you know? If you want to be safe, I feel like it'd be better to ask Nagamitsu.
確かにそうかもしれませんけど、まやちゃんの説明は時々難しいんですよ。先輩なら同レベルのわかりやすい説明ですから。
You're just making fun of me, aren't you?
やだなぁ。そんなことないですってば。にゃは。
Well, whatever. You summarized the news just now, so I'll help you too.
前に電話で励ましてくれた時の借りがまだまだあるから、別にそこは気にしないでいいんですけどね。でも、今更なかったことにはできませんよ。ちゃんと教えてくださいね。
Yeah, I know.
それじゃあ、教室に戻りましょうか。
Boop, boop.
Yahoo! 先輩、今日はよろしくお願いしますね。
Thank you as well.
それはいいですけど、何ですかその服装は。
It's something like a servant uniform.
へえ、似合ってますよ。意外とかっこいいですし。
Thanks, I appreciate your praise, but it's kind of uncomfortable, this thing.
そうなんですか?
Yeah, that's why I changed back into my normal clothes when studying. You haven't changed anything, huh?
僕ですか?
Your daily life isn't different? In addition to your clothes, nothing's changed?
別に今の服で不満はないですし、お高い服なんて大変じゃないですか。汚れを気にしてご飯食べられなくなっちゃいますし。
That's true.
だから今ぐらいの服でいいの。何かあったら諦めて捨てられるぐらいで。
See, well, I generally agree.
でしょでしょ、そういうものですよ。
So, shall we go inside?
はい、お邪魔しまーす。今日他の方は?
I think Ojo is in her room. The servants who are doing their work are probably anywhere.
今更ですけど、本当に来てもよかったんですか?
It really is late. It's fine, you know the circumstances, and I got permission for you to come here today.
そっかそっか。なら一安心。
I'm going to get changed, so don't go wandering around on your own. If something happens, someone will get mad at me. This room here is okay to use. Now then, let's get started.
そうですね。
So, how should we do this? Is there something specific you don't get?
こことか、あとこことか。
Okay, a problem that applies differentials, huh? Well, I can't teach you this much.
やった!それじゃあ、よろしくお願いします。
Let's see, do you know how to use this formula?
公式ですか? にゃー。これかな?
Correct. If you memorize the formula and apply it without making a mistake, it isn't difficult.
何気なく言いますけど、それが一番難しいんですよ。
I went through the hardships when I was at your year. I went through the hardships when I was at your year, you know? There were a lot of things I had to remember. It wasn't just math either. English and plenty of others too. I was like the one kid in class that would just ignore any vocabulary. Like we had like a book where you had to write down all the new vocabulary we learned, and it was like just completely fucking empty for me because I never did it. Rather, studying has always been a hardship.
だって復習みたいなものじゃないですか。一回やったんですよね。
I did. I studied properly. However, I don't remember it that clearly. Originally, I didn't plan on going to university. To be honest, I only studied to pass tests.
それじゃあ、今の勉強も簡単にはできてない?
I remember the basics, but not to the extent that I can apply them. Therefore, I'll be in trouble if I don't study hard if I don't study as hard as before. If I don't study hard as well, I'm a fucking moron. Also, it's my first time being taught those special afternoon classes.
なんだ、そうなんですか。
Right, here I'll give you a hint, so solve it on your own afterward.
全部やってくれないんですか？
It isn't homework, it's for tests, so try to cultivate a better understanding. If you don't understand something, tell me.
はーい。
Now then, I'm going to study economics.
Anya. 疲れた。ねえねえ先輩、ちょっと休みましょうよ。
Sit up, please. We don't need to see your bra. It's been about 3 hours since we started, huh? I certainly am starting to get tired. Good point. Let's take a break for
それ
now.
がいいです。
Want something to drink? I'm gonna get something.
でも、いいんですか？勝手にそんなことして。
I'm a servant of this house and you're our guest. It is expected of me to show hospitality.
なんだか、背中がムズムズってしますね。その喋り方。
Oops. Well, I'm not used to it either. Anyway, your drink? If you want something cold, we have water, orange juice, iced tea, all
あ、そ
that.
れじゃあ僕はオレンジジュースで。
Understood. Please wait a moment.
ねえねえ先輩、勉強も飽きてきたし、ゲームでもしません？
Can you come here to study?
そうですけど。
And while it's true that I live here, I don't even have cards, much less video games or
え、
something.
そうなんですか？
I study at the academy and do servant work when I come home. I don't have time for stuff like games.
はあ、なるほど。先輩意外と忙しいんだ。でも、そんなので体は大丈夫なんですか？
Considering how many part-time jobs I've worked, I can handle this much. After getting used to my job, I've only recently settled into my daily
先
living.
輩、真面目さんですね。
It's nothing more than making money. I have to perform my duties, don't I? More importantly, is it okay for you to not be studying?
わからないところは大
Not to be
体
studying.
先輩に教えてもらいましたから。これなら大丈夫だと思います。
You have some room to spare, huh?
一応、前の学園では成績優秀者でしたからね。えへん。
Come to think of it, she said that before.
懐かしいな。あの頃もみんなで勉強しましたよ。もちろん相手は先輩じゃないですけどね。他の子と勉強した時は一応僕が教えたりしてたんですよ。ほんと、あの頃が懐かしいです。
Do you by chance not like your life now? Are you dissatisfied even?
別に不満なんてないですよ。お小遣いも増えましたし、おじいちゃんとも会えましたしね。おじいちゃんと仲が良くなって、お父さんもお母さんも嬉しそうですしね。だから不満なんてないですって。やだな、もう。先輩変なこと言いすぎ。
Juanita awkwardly smiles with an expression that looks troubled. Judging by that face, even if she isn't greatly dissatisfied, she is thinking something. There, there.
どうして僕の頭を撫でるの？
You got girls, it looked like you wanted a reward.
僕は子供じゃないもん。
You're the type of person who hates being stroked.
それは別に嫌じゃないですけど。
I see. One would normally consider this to be good fortune, but Kunihiro is going through hardships, having switched environments on a grand scale. However, this change in environment, having come about as a result of her grandfather's and parents' reconciliation, she might think that she doesn't want to ruin it out of her own selfishness. She may look like a kid, but she has a lot on her
大
mind.
体、先輩に頭を撫でられても別にご褒美にはならないです。
I see.
あ、やめちゃうんですか？
While voicing a complaint, Kunihiro gives a lonely expression as I remove my hand. Oh, fine, I can do this
こういう
much.
の、なんかあったかい。そもそも頭撫でられるなんて久しぶり。
I see. Well, as you get older, that kind of thing doesn't happen as much, does
ね
it?
え、先輩。
Yeah?
先輩って確か、前の時は一人暮らしでしたよね。
Yeah. Ever since I was young, my father told me to learn about a society. That was the objective. Thanks to that, I lived a school life without time to go and mess around.
一人暮らしって寂しくなかったんですか？
Good question. I guess it'd be a lie to say I was completely fine. I was basically alright, but there were some times when I did feel lonely.
そんな時はどうしてたんですか？
What did I do? There was nothing to do. Forget about my studies, forget about my part-time job, or go to sleep. Any of those. This was rare, but on those days when I had off from work, I would go hang out with friends or something.
そうですよね。やっぱりそういうものですよね。
Are you by chance? Never mind, it's nothing. It reminds me, it's because of Kuniro that I was looking forward to today. I'm not sure whether there's something lonely about that. Hair feels nice to
こ
touch.
れでも女の子ですもん。ちゃんとケアしてますからね。
I'm not sure what to think about you saying this
そう
much.
いうツッコミはいら
My bad, as part of my apology, I'll stroke your head a little
ないの。
longer.
謝罪が頭を撫でるって。先輩ってば、どれだけ上から目線なんですか？
That's so? Well, it doesn't matter.
そうですね。今日ぐらいは別にいいかも。
Whoops, fuck. While saying that with a smile, Kunihiro continues to have her head stroked with her docility. That's different from the awkward smile earlier. If it only takes this much to keep her happy, she sure is cheap.
それじゃあ、今日はお邪魔しました。
Will it be okay for the tests?
なんとかなると思う。
That's good. Judging by her progress, I don't feel like she was in such urgency that she needed somebody's assistance. On the first day when she was admitted, it seemed like she was wearing a question mark over her head, but she's put in enough effort since then. I don't doubt that she was a straight A student in the old school.
それじゃあ先輩、今日はありがとうございました。明日からのテスト、頑張りましょうね。
Yeah, that's right. Should I accompany you home?
いえ、大丈夫です。家に連絡したので、門の外に車が待ってくれてます。
You're getting used to the rich world somehow, aren't you?
僕は歩く方が好きですよ。でも、おじいちゃんが心配性で、断るのも申し訳なくて。
Let's see.
それじゃあ先輩、また明日ね。バイバーイ。
Oops. Yeah, see ya. She leaves with a light wave of the hand. That was a change of pace, wasn't it? She's got a person who clearly shows all of her human emotions, but by no means did she expose them then. For a person like that to amass the endurance to conceal her feelings. In the event, I'll have to tell her how well she's doing. Well then, it seems I'll face the final stage tomorrow. Except I need to help to prepare dinner first. ... No n's. Oh, it actually skips over the whole ask Senna or Akari for help studying. She should be alright. Skip. In that case, Kuniro, how about it?
おにゃ
Would you like to dance with me for one song?
僕が踊る
Yes, if you don't mind.
の？いや、でも、そんなの困るっていうか。とにかく、無理踊るなんて僕には無理だよ。まあまあ、そんなに大げさに考えないで。適当にこけないようにすればいいだけだって。簡単そうに言うけど、絶対に簡単じゃないよね。素人がいきなりやって踊れるものじゃないよね。どうかな？別にできる人もいるっしょ。こういうダンスは男がリードしてくれるものだし。それに、ダンスの誘いを断るのはマナーとしてどうかな？おにょー。それは、ってことで、決まり。ほら、言っといで。
Having been pushed towards me at full force, Kuniro clings to my arm.
すみません。
Not a problem, so long as you aren't hurt. Now then, would you like to begin dancing?
それは、それじゃあ、 ちょっとだけなら。
The fucker.
っすね、お嬢。どうですか？俺らも踊りに行きませんか？
踊るよりもお腹空いたから、また今度。
あ、お嬢
Like Kunito's just like, why does she get to refuse? What? What are you all mad about?
そんなの決まってるじゃないですか。
Like I said, what?
僕をダンスに誘うだなんて、一体どういうつもりなんですか？こんなの踊れるはずないって知ってるくせに。
But weren't you taught manners and stuff? You weren't taught how to dance at that time?
習ってませんよ。そんなの、マナーだけで精一杯。他のものまで覚える余裕なんてないもん。
Yeah, fair enough. If the person by whom I was taught weren't that self-proclaimed first-class maid, I wouldn't have learned what I have in such a short time.
口調元に戻ってますけど。
Well, far enough that other people can't... Well, we're far enough that other people can't hear us. Plus, there's the music, so we'll be alright. If you pass by somebody else, I'll go back to the formal way of speaking.
なんていうか、器用ですね。
It's already been nearly a month with this lifestyle. I'm used to it.
そうやって気を抜いた時に、他の人にバレたりするんですよ。
Sure, I can't deny that.
でも先輩の方こそダンスは踊れるんですか？
If I couldn't, I wouldn't have invited you to.
それじゃあやっぱり踊れない僕をバカにするために誘ったんだ。
Persecution complex is strong with you. I wasn't trying to make fun of you or anything. If I'm gonna dance, Kunito's good is all I was thinking.
それはどういう意味で？
I meant that since you know the truth, I don't need to fuss about it.
やっぱりバカにしてる。
I told you that's wrong. Also, you do look good in that dress. And I would have imagined that you'd wear that kind of clothing.
それは僕だってそうですよ。可愛いけど動きづらいし、高いから汚しちゃいけないし。ジーパンとかの方が気楽でいいよ。
I agree with that opinion. But I also think it goes well on you. It's cute.
はいはい、ありがとうございます。先輩もその服装、よく似合ってますよ。
Well, whatever. Shall we dance then?
本当に踊るの？
After coming this far, we aren't.
どうすればいいの？
Extend your left hand. I will lightly grasp it with my right. After that, place your right hand somewhere around my shoulder.
こう？なんか、右肩がちょっとしんどいんですけど。
Because of our difference of stature. I'll just endure it. Now this time, I'll draw your body towards...
何するの？変なところ触らないでくださいよ！
Well, even so, this is how it goes. This is a basic part of the dance. The man's left hand holds around the area of the woman's shoulder blade.
本当に？もしかして、僕の体に触りたくてダンスに誘ったの？
Eh? To touch? Your body?
今鼻で笑った！その態度はいかがなものか！失敬ですよ！
Are you just like, huh? To touch? Your body? Just like... well... Huh. If I were to actually invite a woman to dance with that ulterior motive, I think I'd go with a more suitable partner. Maybe with a larger chest. I would refuse someone taller, a little more fluffy, so to speak.
鼻の下伸びてる。
Eh? Nah, nothing like that.
スケベ。
At any rate, I had no ulterior motives when I invited you, so don't worry.
それはそれでちょっと納得がいかないけど、下心があって誘われるよりはいいです。
Now then, I'm going to have to touch you again.
はい。
Nyeh. You're letting out a weird voice.
だって、そんなところを触られたら、くすぐったいし、声が出ちゃいますよ。
But... Well, whatever. Anyways, let's dance.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
In that case, let the strength out of your body. Give yourself to me.
なんか、卑猥な言い方。
Yep. You're imagining things. Hey, here, let's go. While saying that, supporting Kaneto's body, we begin dancing.
どうするの？
Nothing particular, so calm down. Move your left and right legs back and forth to match my movements. I'm taking the lead as I should.
はい。後ろ、右。
That's right, like that. With that rhythm, you.
ごめんなさい。
That was good for a moment, but it turns out it's hard for a super beginner to match with a beginner. After treading on my toes, Kanero moreover starts to lose her mind. No, it's okay. This much is nothing to worry about.
でも、足を踏んじゃって、このままだとまた踏んじゃいますし、やっぱり僕が踊るなんて無理なんですよ。
I told you it's nothing to worry about. Invited you while taking into account that you can't dance. Now let's continue.
いや、でも。
Even you might have to learn to dance like this someday, you know? Think of it as practice for then. Being stepped on by you isn't really a big deal. But if you hate dancing, we can stop though.
別に、先輩と踊ることは嫌じゃないですよ。恥ずかしいけど。本当にいいんですか？きっとまた踏んじゃいますよ。
I told you it's alright, I don't care. There's a party, so you don't want to leave behind any bad memories.
それじゃあ、もうちょっとだけ、よろしくお願いします。
Thus Kanero and I continued dancing for a short while. But no matter how small Kanero's body may be, getting my heel stepped on very much hurt. Your heel? I'll keep it a secret that I sort of regretted it. Still, your heel? How'd you get to your heel?
僕、ああいうパーティーに出るのも、踊ったりするのも、初めてだったのに。そっか。ひなたっちの初めては全部シュリ君に奪われちゃったってわけだ。
You don't have to make it sound obscene.
そんな風に想像する方が卑猥なんじゃない？
金本の負けだな。
私は別に想像なんてしてないぞ。
You were 100% thinking that.
お嬢、自爆してますよ。
マヤッチ。
Maya's still best girl. Namitsu's face reddens with embarrassment. Wasn't that because you said something perverted in the first place, Sanjo? Leaving that aside, I've caused Nagamitsu and Kuniro some trouble, haven't I?
僕は別にいいけど。ひなたっち、シュリ君に何か。って何もないからか。うん。
金本、強く生きろよ。
Whatever you're referring to, I understood that from the start.
二人とも本当に淡い憧れとかほのかな恋愛感情かとか何もないの？うん。
Correct.
本当にないんだ。
Why do you look so disappointed?
だってあのシチュエーションで誘うなら何かあるんじゃないかって思うっしょ。マヤッチだってそう思わない？私はノーコメントだ。ひなたっちは？おにゅ？踊りやすい人とか知っている人だからっていうのもあるんじゃないかな。はあ、もっとドキドキするようなイベントのはずなんだけどな。みんなもうちょっとこうなんかないの？盛り上がるようなあれとかこれとか。
Like, isn't it supposed to make your heart throb? The only thing throbbing is my toes after she kept stepping on them. Pain! In that case, it might have been better to ask you to dance instead, Sanjo.
そうだな。誠と金本くんなら身長的にもお似合いだったろうな。
今度パーティーがあるとき、そうしてみたらどうだ？
Next time, huh? I don't know when that will be, but most likely it won't be me at that time. Ojo, if you would be so kind, may you dance with me. I courteously bow my head and reverently extend my hand as Minamoto taught me.
ごめんなさい。私、踊りは苦手ですの。あなたにお似合いの可愛らしくてもっと踊りの上手い方がいらっしゃると思いますわ。
While donning an elegant smile, she rejects me. Well, I expected something like that.
でも、あの場で誘われれば 一緒に踊るくらいはしたよ。
I would pass. I have no confidence in my dancing abilities.
ああ、もしかして、それで僕のことを誘ったの？
I will leave that up to your imagination.
ブーブー、失敬ですよ。
So, would you be okay with somebody other than me?
にゃ、それは、ちょっと考えちゃうかも。どうして？それでなくてもダンスが苦手なのに、その上知らない人の相手をするのは、ちょっと嫌かも。
そういう意味だと、金本とはお似合いだったってことか。
そうだね。ちょっとぎこちなかったけど、初々しくて微笑ましかったよ。褒めてない。誠ちゃん、それ褒めてないよね。でも、なんかいい雰囲気に見えたんだけどな。
You must be imagining things, don't you?
容赦なく否定された！
You think there was a nice atmosphere going on between us then?
気のせいじゃないのかな。
Which is it? Which is it? Well, it was a good idea since we didn't make any huge blunders, right?
金本くん、僕よりずっと上手だったじゃないですか。
She puckers her lips in a parrot. It's as Sanjo said just now, wasn't it? Isn't it? I wasn't much different.
二人とも、いつまでも苦手なままだと、これから困るよ。いいもん、僕パーティーに出ないから。
You don't have to go that far.
ひなたは元重グループの人間だ。そういう機会は多くなることはあっても、減ることはないだろうしな。
金本だってそうだろう。健康になったんだったら、そういう機会が増えるだろうし。
That might be so.
シュリ君も、人事みたいに言ってる場合じゃないよ。ブー、そうだ
Yes, but if worse comes to worse, I can just be like, and vomit out blood.
だけでいいって、吐血してどうするんだよ。
ダンスは練習でなんとかなるし、健康が一番だ。
Now that you mention it, I suppose so.
時々、シュリ君がわからなくなるね。
Kunihiro stares at me contemptuously. Well, I know that I probably won't have another chance to go to a party. Kunihiro, best of luck.
ずるいです。僕ばっかり。
In response to my kind words accompanied by a smile, Kunihiro's shoulders slumped dejectedly. Now then! I'll do my own work after I get home, then Minamoto's lessons.
ねえねえ、金本くん。今日って暇？
I have some things to do, but I'm in no hurry. Do you need something?
よかったら、ちょこっとだけ遊びに行かない？お、デートのお誘い？
Having heard our conversation, Sanjo joins in. Date? How'd you get that idea?
だってそういうお誘いじゃないの？全然違うよ。
Kunihiro immediately denies Sanjo's words.
そうだ、誠ちゃんも一緒にどう？ごめん、今日はちょっと用があるんだ。残念だけど、またの機会に誘って。そっか。
I honest to God, I genuinely like just the constant, completely straight, like, no way. What do you mean? Like, completely honest, just like, why? Huh? What are you talking about? Like, no, like, oh, faint blush or anything like that. It's just like, nah. Well, why would we? Like, do I need to accompany you to a fucking, like, proctologist? Was that it? I don't fucking know. What's proctologist? Why did I say that? I don't even know what that means and I said it. I meant the eye doctor. Yeah, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That is quite clearly the wrong one. Apparently, ophthalmologist. What? Eye doctor. Eye doctor. Eye doctor. I don't give a shit anymore. Heartbroken. She drops her shoulders.
マヤッチはどう？さっき聞いてみたんだけど、今日はダメみたい。
In that case, why don't wait for another chance?
できるだけ早い方がいいんだけどな。
まあ、せっかくだし、二人で行ってきたら？
そうだね。それじゃあ、金本くんと二人でもいいかな。
You're treating me like you picked me up along the way.
おにゅ。そんなことないよ。
I don't mind though. So, where are we going?
どこがいい？
In other words, you haven't thought about this.
そんなことないないよ。一応、金本くんの希望も聞いておこうと思って。いい
Nothing comes to mind right now, so whatever you suggest is fine.
の？そうなると、ケーキ屋さんになるけど。
If you want cake, the cake cafes are quite delicious, aren't they? But she doesn't like high-class substances in her stomach.
ああいうのじゃなくて、もっと普通のがいいんですよ。紅茶の注文の時に、茶葉の種類とか飲み方とかを細かく言わないで済むようなとこがいいんです。
She clenches her fists, putting all of her strength into her words.
紅茶って言ったら、アイスミルクティーでとか、それだけで出てくるお店の方がいいじゃないですか。ケーキもテーブルマナーを気にしながらじゃなくて、気楽に普通に食べたいです。
Cornelia, you really have piled on stress.
アールグレイとか、アッサムとか、種類だけでもいっぱいあって、飲み方もいろいろあるし、フォークの持ち方とか、ケーキの切り方とか、そういうの気にしないといけないし。僕、高級なお店には一生馴染めないかもしれません。
I understand how Cornelia feels. If I were suddenly thrown into this side of the world, I would be even more perplexed. That's fine. I'm okay with accompanying you.
やったー！それじゃあ決まりですからね。
Still, that was abrupt. Did something happen today?
全然何もないよ。
Oh, it's just something you thought up.
そうなんだけど、ちょっと違うかな。お詫びの意味もあるから。
Apology?
ダンスの時、金本くんの足、いっぱい踏んじゃいましたよね。
You were worried about that?
気にならないわけないです。
I invited you to dance, knowing that you would more or less tread on me.
楽しそうに踊ってたしね。
ダンスは苦手って言ったよね。
苦手なのと楽しい楽しくないは別でしょ？で、どう見てもひなたっち楽しそうだったけど。
Oops.
おにゃ。ちょっとだけです。
シュリ君は？
It wasn't boring. It didn't hurt, though.
もう、意地悪！だから、お詫びに僕のおすすめのケーキを食べに行こうって言ってるのに。
So cake was your main goal?
そんなこと、ちょっとだけしか考えてないですよ。
You thought about it, huh? Just a little, really.
半分くらい、ケーキが目的です。
Mm-hmm. It's good to be honest.
で、どうかな？
Something seems off with her, but it's no lie that I want to fulfill Cornelia's apology. There's no problem, I would like to go. Oh, yes, I have to ask everyone at home. I take out myself and contact Minamoto.
はい、何でしょう。
Today, when I'm going home, I want to make a little stop on the way. Is that okay?
寄り道。何の用事ですか？
Doesn't sound very receptive, huh? Well, that's to be expected. Thought I would spend some time with
なる
Kunihiro.
ほど。では構いません。
Oh, you gave me permission quite easily.
超一流のメイドほどではありませんが、あそこも優秀な人材がいるはずですので。
So you're saying... no, let's not touch on that
では、
subject.
いってらっしゃいませ。帰りはあまり遅くならないようにしてください。
Understood? Seems to be no problem. Well, the kidnappers have been caught, so I guess I don't have to be too vigilant. Went out of my way to get permission, so I might as well take it easy.
よかったね、ひなたっち。面白そうだからついていきたいところだけど、仕方ないから帰るよ。
Take care.
バイバイ！
Both of us see Sanjo off. Now then, we should go as well. Shopping district is crowded with people. Familiar scene, familiar mood. This feeling that says I'm home.
そうですね。
We bask in the sense of freedom. That's nice and all, but it's pretty far from the academy. Wouldn't it have been better to go by car?
でも、そうすると、お付きの人も一緒になっちゃいますよ。
Escort, huh? Cornelio, you sure are an old Joe now, aren't you?
金本くん、口調はいいの？
It's alright, students from Okuroko Academy shouldn't pop up around here.
それもそうですね。じゃあ今から先輩ってことでいいですか？
Yeah, I don't care.
やっぱり、金本くんって呼ぶより、先輩の方が言いやすいですよね。
To be frank, same for me. It feels uncomfortable having you call me Kanemoto.
先輩、
Yeah,
呼んでみただけです。
stop acting silly and let's go. What you suggested was a cheap but delicious shop, right?
もちろんですよ。昔の僕たちのお小遣いでも十分に。
We're really born a commoner, huh?
先輩だって、僕と同じなんじゃないですか？
Well, I can't deny that. After taking over Shooty's life, my clothing, food, and everything else has become high quality. Because of that, I sometimes feel nostalgic towards my former lifestyle.
だから、お礼なんですよ。
How thoughtful of you, Kuniro. Despite the fact that you said you did this half for your sake.
ブーブー、いいじゃないですか。相手に喜んでもらえて、自分も嬉しいなら。
I guess. We stroll around side by side. Feels like it's been a while since I've done this.
そうなんですよね。車で家と学院の間を行ったり来たりするだけじゃつまらないです。
You don't go hang out with friends or anything.
僕が行くようなとこにはみんなを誘えないです。
Yes, you're right.
マヤちゃんと長曽根くんは大丈夫そうなんですけど。
Want to invite him next time?
そうですね。みんなで激安ケーキバイキング巡りとか楽しそうですし。
It's all about cake, huh?
そんなことないです。激安回転寿司とか、激安お好み焼き食べ放題とか。
You're very laser focused on the dirt cheap part. No good without a dirt cheap in front, huh?
当たり前じゃないですか。
Obvious. Incognito answer in her usual fashion. I can't stifle a smile.
先輩、急いでください。限定のケーキ、数が少ないんで、のんびりしてるとなくなっちゃいますから。
As I thought, cake was your objective.
美味しかったですね。
Yeah. Wasn't bad price-wise. In fact, I think it was really great. But it's dangerous. If I get too used to Shooty's lifestyle, I might not be able to go back.
どうしたんですか？
I'm saying that humans easily get used to luxury.
僕は慣れないですよ。
That just means that you aren't human.
ブーブー、失敬ですよ。
You haven't changed, do you? I plopped my hand onto her head.
先輩は変わったんですか？
Who knows? I'm not quite sure myself.
大丈夫ですよ。ちょっと乱暴な喋り方も、デリカシーが足りなくてエッチなとこも変わってな。
Kinda think of it, you said that before too.
それは、でも、金本くんのふりをしてるときは全然違いますよね。
So I feel like that was a quick transition there.
じゃあ、先輩の時も、あれくらい女の子に優しくするスイッチを入れてくださいよ。
That certainly looks heavy, Kunihiro. That certainly looks heavy. Kunihiro, would you mind if I were to carry some of your luggage? Mimicking Shuri's way of speaking, I extend my hand towards Kunihiro. There are plenty of people here, so your hand, please. I shall act as your escort. Kunihiro.
いいですもういいです金本くんじゃなくて、先輩のままでいてください。
Yeah, on that subject, whenever I'm with you, my mind feels at ease.
そうなんですか？
Probably because we knew each other before entering Rokuroku.
僕もそういうとこありますよ。先輩と一緒だと、ほっとするというか、 安心するというか、きっと先輩は僕にとって弟みたいな感じで面倒を見なくっちゃって思ってるからかもです。
You said that before too. I thought this then as well. But why am I the younger brother? However I look at it, you should be the younger sister.
僕が妹だと先輩何かよからぬことを考えそうですし。
None. Because incest can go fuck itself. No worry, never, absolutely, under any circumstances would I think of such a thing.
そんなに強調しないでくださいよ。
Then, if you were my younger sister, what kind of bad things would I...
霊障って言うんですよね。初めて見ましたよ、それ。
So, have you come to terms?
はい。で、それって僕に魅力がないってことですか？
Look at her fixatedly from head to toe. You do have some irresistible features to certain people, I guess.
失敬ですよ。僕だって女の子なんだから、お前みたいな可愛いやつ、他にはいないよ、ぐらい言ったらどうなんですか？
If I said that, you would definitely burst out laughing, wouldn't you?
します。
That's why I didn't.
女の子的には、男の子に一度は言ってほしいセリフなんですけどね。
But the boys, it's a kind of embarrassing line they don't want to say.
やっぱり先輩は先輩ですね。
What are you getting at?
前と全然変わってないってことです。
Kunio reveals a bright, worry-free smile. Well then, if it gets late, a certain scary person will get mad. Let's head home. I already feel positively tired of this. As the afternoon classes end, Kunihiro falls flat on her desk. What's wrong, Kunihiro?
やっぱり午後の授業って難しいですよね。
Maybe true, but hasn't Nagamitsu been helping you studying?
まやちゃんのおかげで前よりわかるようになったけど。
Ah, that's what you're talking about. No, I know what you're trying to say. To be honest, I'm just barely keeping up with my classes. I shudder at the thought of not having Minamoto and Nagamitsu to teach me. There's no other choice but to study, huh? What will you do? Did you try asking Nagamitsu again?
もうちょっと自分で頑張ってみて、わからないところを教えてもらおうかなって。
Might be better that way. While she teaches her as a friend, out of the goodness of her heart, she could also end up causing trouble for Kunihiro.
じゃあ決まりってことで。
Excuse me?
だから参考書を買いに行くの。
That's so. Good luck.
っていきなり人事になってる。
2 days in a row? Normally I wouldn't go out for a walk so thoughtlessly.
にゃそっか、ダメだよね、やっぱり。
Kunihira's shoulders droop in discouragement. Jeez, compared to the selfish things she says, she's a strangely pure kid. Very well, I will go get approval from Minamoto then. Will it wait for me?
いいの？
If it weren't, I wouldn't think of getting him permission in the first
ありがとう、
place.
金本くん。
Please don't get your hopes up. I don't think Minamoto will give me permission so easily. Yeah, go ahead!
構いませんよ。
Huh?
国広様と一緒に買い物へ行かれるのですよね。
Yes,
で
that's
した
right.
ら構いません。仕事もありますし、あまり遅くならないようにしてください。
That's okay,
そ
understood.
れでは失礼いたします。
ねえねえ、どうだった？
I got permission with ease. It's alright. And if not, I guess I wouldn't have Minamoto's permission.
それじゃあ早速レッツゴー！
No need to hurry, the books aren't going anywhere. You sure did buy a lot. The bag Kanito is holding is about to burst. Feel the same way?
まずは何がわからないのか、そこを知らなくちゃいけませんから。
Actually taking this through, huh?
失敬ですよ。僕のことおバカだと思ってますね。
Yes. How'd you know?
真顔で驚かないでください。僕、前のとこでは ちゃんと勉強してたって言ったじゃないですか。
Did you?
そうだったんです。
I know, so you've kept up with your normal classes perfectly well, right?
先輩、僕のことからかって楽しんでますね。
Yes, a lot of it. How'd you know?
本気で驚かないでくださいよ。まったく、そんなんじゃ。あ、
Hinata suddenly puts on a smirk.
もしかして、僕のこと好きなんですか？
What exactly are you trying to say?
だってほら、男の子は好きな子に意地悪するって言うじゃないですか。
Yeah, those kind. Yeah, there are those kinds of urban
伝
legends.
説扱いになってますよ。
Well, your reaction was pretty interesting. Also, there's only Ojos around us, right?
僕もお嬢様になったんですけど。
That might be true, but Kunihiro is Kunihiro.
先輩も、先輩のままですね。
Now, humans don't change that easily. In other words, hastily learned studies aren't of much use.
僕のやる気をあっさり否定しないでくださいよ。
I was kidding. You are like a kid who thinks they can do anything if they try.
なんか、微妙に褒めてないですよね、それ。
I'm saying that even if you can do something, nothing will change unless you do it. You're working towards that point, right?
してますけど、でも足りないです。
It certainly is a problem. The level of Rokuroku's classes are higher than you'd imagine.
前のとこならともかく、やっぱり66学院は難しいです。
I might actually stop this part in 1 hour half. There's already a lot of content coming out, and I'm tired. Just really tired.
昨日見た番組も、寄り道する店も、おしゃれも、全然違うんですよ。
The stress has just been piling up this week. Yeah, the words don't get across even though they're Japanese. That's what it feels like.
まやちゃんたちは、僕たちと同じような公立に通ってたから話しやすいんですけど、
Same with Nagasone.
まことちゃんは、なんかそういうこと全部を超越したところにいるというか、
Sanjo. Well, it does seem like that.
前の学園の友達と遊ぼうとしても、やっぱり転校しちゃうとなかなかタイミングが合わなくて。すみません、変なこと言って。
Do you want to go back to your former school?
どうしてそんなこと聞くんですか？
Just felt like it for some reason.
そんなことないですよ。だって、まやちゃんもまことちゃんもいるし、今は先輩も一緒だし。
Let's see. Remember a call I got from Kunihiro from when she still didn't realize that I'm Kanemoto Shuri. This girl, she seemed happy to call me up back then, alleviating my worries. If you ever need to relax, just say so. I'm fine with hanging out. I pat her head softly.
はい。
Kunihiro usually says so when I treat her like a kid, but she sadly lowers her head. Now then, how about we head back for today?
そうですね。勉強もしなくちゃいけないですし。金本くん、今日はお付き合いくださってありがとうございます。また学院でお会いしましょう。
That was a little awkward, but for once I act along with it. In that case, I had a lot of fun too. I will see you tomorrow at school then. Goodbye, Kunihiro. Our faces meet each other with smiles.
ほんと、すごい切り替えですよね。
You're not doing bad either.
もうちょっと練習しておきます。
See you later then. Careful on your way home.
はい、それじゃあまた。
This should be alright. Look around the room after finishing my cleaning. I did quite well if I do say so myself. With this, even if Minamoto checks.
ちゃんと細かいところまで掃除が行き届いていますね。
Yeah, and I'm sure I can say. Wait, Minamoto, how long have you been here?
たった今来たばかりですが、どうかしましたか？
No. Must have come the very moment I finished.
丁寧で迅速な仕事ですね。お疲れ様でした。
No, I took my time coming home, so it was assumed that I was to do this much. Well then, now that the cleaning is done without error, what lessons do I have next?
今日はもう結構です。
Huh?
国広様と一緒に参考書を買いに行かれてお疲れでしょう。それにレッスンを挟むと自習の時間がなくなりますので。
Huh? Did I tell you where I went and what I did?
聞くまでもありません。超一流メイドですから。
Minamoto speaks with a nonchalant expression. But I see. Is it weird that I kind of vaguely want to have a route for her just so we can find out more about her? Well, this woman's as amazing as I thought.
そういうわけで、この後はいつものように勉強に励んでいただきます。
Very well. Well, then I will return to my room for now.
はい。決してサボらぬようお願いいたします。
Understood.
Oh, 昨日はどうだった？デートしてきたんだよね。
It wasn't a date, we only went to buy study books.
誠ちゃん、金本くんが相手なのに、そんなことあるわけないですよ。
Well, yes, I'm afraid I can't meet your expectations, Sanjo.
そっか。シュリくんとひなたっちだしね。そんなとこだとは思ったけど。どういうこと？二人って仲がいいじゃない？でも、今は男と女とか、そういう感じがあまりないから。
In that case, please don't ask things that might be misunderstood.
今はって言ったでしょ？何があるかわからないのが男女の仲ってもんだよ。
そうなのか。うん、勉強になるな。
Oh, I would gladly help you study that, Maya. I desperately want to go through her route again, but blind. But I can't. Now, Mitsu, it can be better not to remember some things.
ね、昨日は楽しかった？楽しかったよ。美味しいケーキを食べて、その後もいろいろなものを食べて。
食べ歩きだったのか？
Well, in the end, it sort of turned out like that.
今度、みんなで行こうよ。いいね。
友達と遊びに行く。いいな。うん。楽しみにしてる。
お嬢が行くんでしたら、もちろん俺もご一緒しますよ。
I just gotta really want them to meet, like on a day off, and he just decides, you know what? We're meeting off campus. Kanemoto Shuri is sadly busy. However, she has managed to contact her old senpai, who will go meet with them. And he just like shows up, just like completely acting like himself, and like for some reason, no one's gonna be able to guess what the fuck is going on.
気を利かせた意味はなかったみたいだね。おにゃ、誠ちゃん、何か言った？
She actually did have time.
なんでもない。
Hinata and Sanjo are talking about what happened yesterday. I actually heard what she mumbled just now. In other words, she's concerned that Konito and I have that kind of relationship. Oh no, it's not like that. I catch a sidelong glance at Konihiro as she talks enjoyably. Yep, this girl's kind, who talks with ease and acts cheerful and lively when we're together, but this isn't her goal. But that isn't her goal. Class ends and noise fills the classroom as the lunch break dawns.
金本くん、お昼ご飯にしない？
Good idea. I just noticed Kunihiro holding something. Did you bring a boxed lunch, Kunihiro?
はい。ということで、金本くんも一緒にどうです？
I appreciate the offer, but hey, that's quite big, isn't it? The bundle of lunch looks big enough to be multi-tiered now that I look at it.
正解です。昨日、買い物に付き合ってくれたお礼に、お弁当を作ってきたんですよ。
Somebody get the stomach medicine.
あ、そうなんだ。食事に誘おうと思ったけど、遠慮した方がいい？
そうだな。
なんで？いっぱい作ってきたし、誠ちゃんとまやちゃんも一緒にどうかな？私はもともと学食のつもりだったから構わないよ。
私は自分の分は作ってきてるから。
For a second I thought that was Maya's hand, and I was very confused, like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, じゃあ、
決まりってことでいいですよね。 そうだね。あ、せっかくだし、たまには外で食べるのもいいんじゃない？
何の話だ？
I guys want to join this conversation. They were talking about having a meal outside with everyone.
いいな。混ぜてくれよ。ただ、俺は適当に食うつもりだったから、何もないんだけど。
大丈夫。みんなの分も作ってきてあるんだ。
How prepared you are. But isn't it not enough for this amount of people?
その分は頼んで料理を持ってきてもらえばいいでしょ。
Indeed. Right. Here, something like that is a simple matter. Shall we go then?
それじゃあ、いっただきまーす。
With all the dishes here, lunch ensues.
じゃあ、早速ひなたっちのお弁当を見せてもらおうかな。うん、いいよ。しゅうりくん楽しみでしょう。何しろ手作り弁当だもんね。これはポイント高いよ。
That's the most worrying part. Points for what?
どうせ自分の分を作るついでだし、一人分とあまり手間は変わらないよ。またまたひなたっちってば、そんなこと言って。本当は手作りで凝ったおかずの。
As Kunita opens her lunchbox, Sanja makes a complicated expression.
なんか、本当に普通のお弁当だね。
Indeed. There are plenty of dishes, with which I'm familiar. That's the sort of menu I'd arrange when busy with work.
今日のは自信作なんだ。なんと、原材料費が一人前あたりで57円なんだよ。
それはすごいな。
ああ、驚いた。金本もそうだろ？
Yeah, that's quite so.
お礼のお弁当が57円なんだ。
Kunita goes
も
stagnant.
しかして、シュリ君へのお礼って目的が、安く作るって手段と途中で入れ替わったとか？すみません。
ひなたらしいな。
いいんじゃね？料理は愛情って言うだろ。
Affectionate, whatever it is. How about we begin eating now? Eat some food within reach.
どうかな？
Delicious. As Narasono said, it's not the price that matters, but the feelings that went into it.
うわ、惚れるね。これは惚れる。でしょ？ひなたっち。嬉しいけど、全然。まやっち、私、いろいろなことで自信をなくしそう。
Like Makoto is constantly, oh come on, they got fucked, they got fucked, they got fucked, and then immediate disappointment. Because currently, like right now, they are actually just no fucking, not even a trace of romantic feelings towards the other. And she's like constantly like, oh yes, ship it, ship it, ship it, and then nothing happens.
よしよし。
Nagamitsu gently pats Sanjo. Sanjo's head as her shoulders sink like she's about to cry.
まことちゃんもいっぱい食べて。愛情はなくても友情は入ってるから。そうだね。せっかくだしいただこうかな。
She recovers quickly, huh?
打たれ強くなきゃデザイナーなんてできないってば。
So that's how it works. In Sanjo's case, though, I think she'd be able to take quite a hit regardless of the designer business.
美味しいな。ひなた、よかったら私のも食べてみて。
もらうね。
The meal carries on with a cozy atmosphere.
でも、国広って料理がうまいんだな。だからお礼にしたのか？
それはその。
I'm sure that factors in, but I can easily imagine a number of other reasons as well.
他の理由？
Kunito, it's true that you still aren't used to this academy's cooking, isn't it?
そんなことないですよ。
You're asking yourself that.
そうなのか？
だって仕方ないんだよ。美味しいと思うけど、雰囲気とか高そうな食材を使っているって考えると。
Kunito pushes down on her stomach. It looks like she's taking damage just from imagination. Thank you for your efforts as always.
少しずつ頑張るもん。
From now on, Kunito is always going to be in this kind of world. Not always going to be alongside her. At a moment I swallowed what I was about to say. Right, when Shuri gets better, it means that I won't return to this academy. Depression.
やっぱり難しいね。
If it were that easy to master, we wouldn't have to go through classes, would we?
わかってる。わかってますよ。でも、金本くんはずるいです。
About what?
一緒に参考書を買いに行ったのに、もう僕より先に進んでるし。
I have it easy with the morning classes after all, because of that I can concentrate on my studies in the afternoon classes.
それだけじゃないですよね。だって、僕も家で家庭教師の人に来てもらったりもしてるんですよ。
You set up with that sort of stuff?
おじいちゃんがそうしろって、いつもじゃないですけど。
あ
その上、まやちゃんにも教わってるのに、金本くん、何か特別なことしてるんじゃないですか？
How could I?
やっぱり何かあるんですね。
How do I say this? I also have something like a home tutor? But she's a Spartan.
誰か呼んでもらってるんですか？
Haven't you met her before? The family's Minamoto?
あのメイ
My
ドさん？
my family's Minamoto. Yes, the self-proclaimed first-class maid.
おにゅ。勉強も教えてもらえるんですか？
Well, she's efficient. Perhaps I should say I won't come home alive. I don't exert enough willpower and energy.
それって勉強の話ですよね。
Yes.
でも、それくらいやらないとダメなのかもですね。
何の話をしてるんだ？
勉強方法の話だよ。勉強方法？気合とか根性とか、そんなこと言ってたみたいなのに？実は、金本くんが源さんに。
そうか。私の教え方では力不足だったみたいだな。すまない。
Please don't say that. Really, you've helped me a lot. Firmly take Nagamitsu's hands. Indeed, if she hadn't taught me, those lessons would be even more severe.
なんだか、危機迫る感じがあるね。
そこまで言ってもらえると、私も嬉しい。
僕だって、まやちゃんがいなかったら、今頃追試まみれになってるよ。そこは対抗するところじゃないんじゃない？それもそうだね。
でも、私はまだまだだな。
あのね、まやちゃんに教えてもらえると嬉しいし、楽しいよ。でも、友達とは勉強だけじゃなくて、他にもいろいろしたいよね。どこかに一緒に遊びに行ったりとか。
友達、そうだな、友達。
あ、そうだ！いいこと思いついちゃった。
Again? I immediately know what Kunito's going to say.
楽しいことは何回あってもいいじゃないですか。
I suppose so.
ひなた、どういうことだ？
試験の時に勉強見てもらったお礼もしたいし、みんなで遊びに行かない？
私と？
もちろんだよ。あ、みんなも一緒だから。私もスケジュール次第だけど、いいよ。
友達と遊びに行く。いい。
金本くんもお世話になったんだし、反対しないよね。
I don't quite reject the offer, but aren't you just coming up with an excuse to go out and play?
そんなことないですよ。
Then why did you look away?
気のせいじゃないかな。
友達と遊びに。いいな。うん、いい。ひなたが良ければ一緒に行きたい。じゃ
あ決まりだね。金本くんもいいよね。
Of course, is what I'd like to say, but I can't keep up with this day after day. I'm Shuri's substitute in all cases. I can't afford to fall in love with playing around.
そうだな。金本くんは体も弱いし、無理をしない方がいいな。
Nagamitsu seems slightly lonely as she speaks.
おにゅ。そっか。それじゃあ、僕とまやちゃんだけで行こうか。
そうだな。
Gunira would be fine. Nagamitsu would be fine. Geez, I really have a weakness for these kinds of faces. Very well, today would still be difficult, but I believe a day off would be okay.
いいのか？
本
Both of their faces brighten up in an instant. Of course.
お嬢と遊びに。おお、燃えるぜ。たとえ地の果てにだってついていきますぜ。
長曽根くん、どこから出てきたの？
お嬢のいるところに常に俺の影がある。それくらい分かってるだろう。
虎鉄は留守番で。
お嬢、そりゃないですよ。俺も一緒させてください。
Why not? The more the merrier.
マヤちゃん、置いてったらかわいそうだよ。
金本、もっと強くプッシュだ。プッシュしまくってくれ。
Yes, let's leave him behind.
僕もそれでいいような気がしてきたかも。
なんでだ。ただ、お嬢と一緒にいたいだけなのに。
ごめん、休みの日はちょっとダメかも。あ、そうなの？残念。仕方ないから代わりにならないだろうけど、長曽根くんも持って行ってあげて。
三条、お前っていいやつだな。俺のことを物扱いしてるのが若干気にならなくもないけど。
やっぱり置いていく？
三条さん、ありがとうございます。ということで、みんなに言ってやってくださいよ。
そこまで一緒に行きたいんだ。
そうだな。虎鉄、これ以上変なことを言ったりやったりしないと約束できるか？
もちろんです。今までだって俺はそんなことしてないでしょ。
Everybody is definitely of the same mind, thinking what he just say.
まあ、そういうわけで、虎鉄も一緒でいいか？
Sure. It's probably going to be noisy though. Nonetheless, I'm looking forward to this. And that's how it ended up.
そうね。気をつけるなら別にいいんじゃないかしら。
Thank you, Joe. Now, Minamoto, what do you think? Ask Minamoto as well.
あかり様が許可されたのでしたら、私が口を挟むことではありません。
Like that ever fucking stopped you?
国広様も一緒ですし、長光様もいらっしゃるのでしたら、安全面でも問題はないかと思います。
Does Nagamitsu also have some secret police?
はい。そのようなものだと考えてください。
Rich people really are another world.
せっかくですし、皆さんで楽しんできてくださいね。後のことはお任せください。
Thank you, Tsukiyama.
あまり遅くならないように。それと、分かってると思うけれど、金本の名に傷がつくようなことは避けてね。
I got it. My behavior won't be so obvious. Right then, I guess I'll be spot on with my work for the sake of going on.
いい心がけです
Going out.
ね。では、早速休日を空けるためにスケジュールを組み直しておきます。
Please don't go too hard on me. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the part here. I'm really not feeling it today. I don't know what it is. Yeah, sorry about this. I don't know what it is. Don't have much energy today, I suppose. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one and see you next time. Bye bye.